It is the 16th of November. This is Rabbi Moore Parsha Shavua Vayishlach. Rabbi Moore, you're muted.
Okay,
Now I can hear you.
thank you. Okay, so it's not right there. The wrong way around. Yeah, okay. Normally, I look the room. I now get a mirror image instead of a real image. Anyway, I don't know why I did that.
Usually you see a mirror image.
No, I normally see the way somebody sees me. And now I'm getting a mirror image. Doesn't matter. It's totally irrelevant.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. We are up to Pasuk Yud Aleph. Yeah, I think we were in the middle of the Rashi over here in Pasuk Yud Aleph, if I'm not mistaken. Lou, who was reading here?
I think it was Meir.
Okay. Meir Pasuk Yud Aleph.
Okay, let's see, Yud Aleph. Okay. Katonti mikol hachasadim umikol ha'emet asher asita et avdecha ki b'machli avarti et hayarden hazeh v'ata hayiti l'shnei machanot. Okay, so he said, let's see, I became smaller because of your kindness, or from all your kindness, really, literally, from all your kindnesses, and all the truth which you did to your servant, because oh, that's a staff. Okay, because my staff.
My steak.
Oh, steak. Oh.
Right.
Oh, with a stake. Okay, I crossed the Jordan, this Jordan.
With my stick.
Oh, stick.
A stave.
Why do you say stick and not staff?
You can say staff or stave. Okay.
Heard of stave. Okay. Let's see, with this Jordan, Ve'ata, and now I became two camps. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see the Rashi.
Yeah, by the way, I always had a major, something bothered me on this pasuk. The fact that he was now two camps, was that something positive or not?
No.
No? So why is Yaakov Avinu mentioning it? If he wants to say that now Baruch Hashem have become so many people, yeah, then he should have said, V'ata yisi la'am rav. Why is he mentioning the fact that he's now become two camps?
He's saying, I'm concerned that you've done all this good for me and I don't deserve it because I sinned.
Yeah, but what's the point of two camps though?
The two camps is the good that Hashem has done for him.
Tell me, what would be better? Would it have been one camp or two camps? What would have been better?
Well, when you say better, that's a difficult rubric to measure by. What would have been more significant in terms of the problem that he perceives? Two camps is more significant. Two camps is bigger than one camp.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily so, because in this particular case, Yaakov Avinu was quite happy to be one camp. The only reason why he had to make two camps was because, as you mentioned before, I'm going to split in two camps. At least if one camp, Chas v'Shalom, doesn't survive, the other camp will. So it's only for strategic purposes that he just split into two camps. Not because he was like, there wasn't room in one camp for one, therefore he had to spread over into two camps.
Yeah, I think he's just speaking figuratively.
Okay, but I want to say something else as well. Is that on the one hand, there's two explanations over here, which we're going to see. Rashi brings that Kiotonti Mikol HaChasodim means that my merits have been diminished. Okay? So you could learn that Pshat is HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him so much, and I didn't have enough to give back to Hashem. Because maybe I didn't want all my good deeds are not sufficient to be a how should I say, to be a recompense or a payment, right, for all the good deeds which Hashem has done for me. Okay, so
Do we pay Hashem to do good deeds for us?
Yes.
I don't think so. Hashem gives us what we need.
But if you say it in the first bracha of Shemona Esrei every day.
The first bracha
of Shemona Esrei. Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu v'Elokeinu Avraham Elokeinu Yitzchak Yaakov, Okel HaGodel HaGibor v'Hanrira, Okel Elyon, Goy Meil Chasodim Tovim.
He does good deeds.
What's Goy Meil mean?
Gemilus Chasadim. He bestows.
What is the Goy Meil? What does it mean to Goy Meil?
To bestow.
What's the word Goy Meil? How does your Rabbi Art Scroll translate it?
Bestow.
Yeah, but that's not quite the thing. Chazal say that Goy Meil, how you think? I'll try to find an example. Shalem Gemur means reward. Kosh Baruch gives reward. Gimul is something you pay back. In other words, one person, I did something for you, so you pay me back in exchange for that. So even though HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're indebted to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for everything, but nevertheless HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives to us in a form of, according to what we do, the level of the mitzvahs and Ma'asim Tovim, which we do to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in recompense HaKadosh Baruch Hu pays us back Chasodim Tovim. That's the meaning of Gomer Chasodim Tovim.
So what does it mean to say there's no reward in this world for a mitzvah?
So the real reward is not there. The purpose of HaKadosh Baruch Hu giving us Chasodim Tovim, right, or paying us in this world, is to give us a further opportunities to do more mitzvahs. It's not the reward. The actual reward is in the Olam Haba. I'll give an example. Let's say you hire a guy to paint your apartment, and you make up with him at the beginning 2,000 shekel. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, the guy comes on the first day and he starts working very diligently and conscientiously, and he works a good, I don't know, comes at 8 o'clock in the morning, works a good 4 hours. Anyway, comes 12:30, you say, listen, you've done such a good job here. So take 100 shekel. Sorry about that. Take 100 shekel and go and buy yourself a pizza. Okay? Now, the guy's going to turn to you and say, excuse me, 100 shekel? We made up on 2,000. He's not going to do that. Why? Because he understands that this 100 shekel is a bonus that he should keep up the good work. It's not payment for the work, for the job. It's like an incentive, more than just incentive, like how do you call it? I don't know the right word anymore in English. It's like a booster kind of. You give him a bonus, right? For the fact he's done work so well, and he should keep up the good work, right? That's what schar in olam hazeh is. That pizza is the 100 shekel for the pizza. It's not the reward for the work. The reward for the work is, again, you get the end of the work, at the end of a person's days, when he goes to passes on and goes to olam haba, that's when he's going to get payment for the actual schar for the mitzvahs. But what he gets in this world is merely a bonus to keep him going, to give him an incentive to continue to do mitzvahs. That's what we say, schar mitzvah, mitzvah. Okay? So mitzvah gereres mitzvah, two words of Chazal. Two things. Mitzvah gereres mitzvah, one mitzvah brings on another mitzvah, and also schar mitzvah, mitzvah. The schar of doing a mitzvah is to do another mitzvah. So Kosh Baruch Hu gives opportunities to people who do mitzvahs. Kosh Baruch Hu gives further opportunities to do so. And that's the idea of a schar in this world, is to do so. In fact, you say in the, after Birkas HaTorah, you say a little bit of Torah, a little bit of Mishnah, and a little bit of Brisa. The Torah we say is Yivrachecha Hashem Yishmerecha. Then we say Elu Dvarim Shein Lehem Shir. And then the third thing, which is from a Brisa, Elu Dvarim She'adam Echel Peris Seim Ba'olam Hazeh Va'keren Kayemes Lo Eloim Haba. Meaning, you get some sort of how you say yield, not the right word, is the you get some sort of dividend, that's the right word. Get a word of dividend for doing the mitzvahs in this world. But the hakeren, the real reward, right, is kayemes lo eloim haba. It's going to get in the world to come. Okay? Okay? So anyway, so I'm going back to what I was saying. So on the one hand, Yaakov Avinu is afraid that he wasn't necessarily deserving, according to his mitzvahs, which he's done, he wasn't deserving all the kindnesses. But here he's saying another point, and this is what I want to point it to. When Yaakov crossed over the Yarden, right, he didn't have a question what to do. Should I, what's my hishtadlus at this point to do? Because he had nothing else. All he had was a stick. There was no question of dividing up into two camps. Should I do this? Should I do that? Is it enough of a hishtadlus, or should I rely on Hashem and not do anything? That wasn't to come into question, because all he had was a stick. But now Yaakov's saying, maybe, right, I should be totally reliant on Hashem in the same way I was then. And you see, what am I doing now? I'm not on the same level of bitachon in Hashem as I was then. Then all I had nothing else, nobody else to trust in, I had nothing else. All I had was Hashem. And now, look what I'm doing. I'm making strategy, split up into two camps, and all kind of cheshbonos. How should I save myself? My trust in Hashem is not on the same level. So even though on one hand he's thanking Hashem, he's being appreciative to Hashem for the fact he's become such a large camp, on the other hand, he's also chiding himself that he's not on the same level of total trust in Hashem. And that's why he uses this lashon. Means this is part of why I become small, right? Because I have so much now. Therefore, I'm now trying to making all kind of different kinds of I don't know the word in Hebrew, tachbulas, all kinds of efforts and all kinds of ideas how to save myself. When originally, when I had absolutely nothing, all I had was to trust in Hashem, and my trust in Hashem was total. And now already I'm making kind of my own initiative, try to save myself. I'm not on the same level of total trust in Hashem as I was then. So he's combining the two things. On the one hand, he's thanking Hashem. On the other hand, he's chiding himself and saying, Kosh Baruch, I'm not on the same level, and therefore I'm turning to you, Hashem. I hope I'm of sufficient trust in Hashem that Kosh Baruch Hu, you should still save me. Okay? Let's Rashi. Mikol ha'emes.
Okay, let's see. Mikol ha'emet, amitat divarecha, she'shamarta li kol havtachot shehivtachtani. Okay.
Means amitas dvarecha means your fulfillment of your words. You made good. You made true your words. Yes, that sheshamarta li kol havtacha shehivtachtani. You kept for me. Means you kept all your promises towards me, and therefore, in that respect, you, Kosh Baruch Hu, you did your bit to the letter, and I'm not sure that I've done my bit. Okay. Says the next Rashi, Kiva Makli.
Okay. So it's Ki B'makli. Okay, with my staff. Lo haya imi lo kesef. V'lo zahav v'lo mikneh. Ella machli levado. Umidrash agada.
This explanation, what I'm actually saying is, this is what he's saying. He's thanking Hashem. I came here with nothing. All I had was my stick, and now I've become big as two camps. Okay, that's the one shot. Midrash Haggadah. Why is he mentioned after his stick?
Midrash Haggadah. Let's see. Natan maklo b'Yardain v'nivka hayardain. Oh, so we put his staff into the
Jordan. I placed his staff in the Jordan, and this Jordan split.
It split. Wow.
So that's how I managed to cross over. He says, with my stick, I crossed over the Jordan. How did he cross over with his stick? The answer is he put the stick into the Jordan and it split and he crossed over. By the way, it's interesting. The Chazal, I think, speak about it in, I don't know exactly, but in the Maisa, there was a very major difference between the way the Yam Suf, the Red Sea split, and the way the Jordan split when the Jewish people crossed over at the time when Yeshua led them over into Eretz Yisrael. They crossed over the Jordan. Because when the Yam Suf, the Red Sea split, it split and the waters stood as if they were like stood still, but there was no flowing, meaning there was water on one side, water on the other side, and there became, Chazal said, there were 12 lanes of dry land. Whereas when the Jordan was a river, I don't know because that's because of a river, but anyway, all the water on one side continued to flow, right? And the water on the other side where it was split built up and became like a huge wall. So meaning the water continued to flow, okay? So the part which was split, where it became dry land, just the water just built up and up and up and up. And on the other side, the water continued to flow down to the southwards. And therefore there was left like a gap. That's where they crossed over. So here, when it says that when Yaakov crossed over the Jordan, I'm not sure which one of the two ways this was done. Okay. Pasuk Yud Beis. Lou.
Hatileni na miyad achi miyad Esav ki yarei anochi oso pen yavo v'hikani aim al banim. Rescue me, I pray, from the
Please.
hand.
Yeah, no means please, right?
Rescue me, please, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esav, because I'm afraid of him, lest he come and attack me, mother and child alike.
Yeah, aim albonim. Yeah, we'll have to see what that means, but Rashi doesn't actually dwell on it. What's this expression, aim albonim?
Okay, so Rashi says, miyad achi, miyad Esav, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esav, miyad achi, from the hand of my brother, she'ein noheg imi ke'ach, that who does not act towards me as a brother.
Hello.
Ella ke Esav harasha, rather as Esav the wicked.
Okay, so Rashi's saying that why the double expression Yad Ochim Yad Esav? Because Yaakov's saying, I would have expected by now that my brother should act, should now be acting as my brother, whereas he should have forgotten about the past, right? And rather, but instead, he's acting still like the old Esav, Yad Esav. By the way, Chazal also learn out from here that sometimes the Goyim act towards us openly with open animosity, open hatred. That's Miyad Esav. But sometimes, and I think we see this probably more nowadays than ever before, they act as, as brothers. We're the same. Let's all be one. In fact, a few years ago, I read a phenomenal statistic that almost, maybe even more, souls have been lost to the Jewish people through assimilation than those who died in the Holocaust.
Wow.
Can you imagine? So that's what we mean here, right? We have to be more careful. That's why the Torah puts it first. We have to be more careful when Esav acts like a brother and say, let's all be one, let's all...
So you're blaming the non-Jews for assimilation?
Partially.
I would blame the Jews for assimilation, not the non-Jews.
That's true, but on the other hand, there are certain things. I mean, there are certain evangelists for sure who try to missionaries and everybody like that who try to entice Jewish souls away from Yiddishkeit. There's other things also. The mere fact that You're right. On the whole, most of the goyim are not intentionally trying to entice the Jewish people away, but there are definitely very well-financed missionary organizations who spend a lot of money on trying to entice Jewish souls to get them away from Yiddishkeit. And we're not talking about from people, we're talking about generally their prey is people of uneducated, less educated people, and generally of the poorer bracket, and they try to entice them away from Yiddishkeit. And unfortunately, there's been many cases to that effect. Okay. Okay, let's see weiter. Pasuk Yud Gimel.
Okay. V'ata amarta etev imach v'samti et zarcha kechol hayam asher lo yisaper merov. Okay, so when you said, let's see, Hetiv, I will do good to you.
Yeah. Heitev imach. I will continually do good to you.
Oh, continually. Oh, okay.
That's like a double expression. Rashi's going to say, what in other words, Yaakov Avinu was Kosh Baruch Hu, and Yaakov Avinu saying to Kosh Baruch Hu, you Kosh Baruch Hu promised me a double promise of that you're going to do good to me. Okay, Rashi's going to point this out. Okay, the Samtia Zaracha.
Okay. I will give your seed.
Yeah, I'll make your descendants kachoil hayom, like the sand of the sea, asher lo yisaper meroiv, who cannot be counted out of numerosity. It means they'll be so numerous, they won't be able to be counted. We find this guy by Yosef, there was so much grain at the time of the years of plenty that they ran out of numbers. Same idea over here. Okay?
Okay. So let's go on. Let's see. Rashi. Okay. Hetiv, I will do good to you. Hetiv bezutecha, etiv bezechut avotecha. So one is in the merit of him.
In your own merit, the source law in your own merit. And Eitiv, I'll also do good with you in the merit of your forefathers, of your fathers. Right, because in Maisa, when he went in the beginning of Vayetze, it says that when he had the dream, so it says he told him, Ani Hashem Elokei Avraham Avicha v'Elokei Yitzchak. Haaretz asher v'lecha etnenu zarecha, v'yod zarecha v'aretz yom Elokeinu, v'nivrecha v'chol kol mishpois ha'adama. It says, so all that, the promise, all the promises which Hashem gave to him then, he's going to do so good for him in various ways. That was said, Ani Hashem Elokei Avraham Avicha v'Elokei Yitzchak. I'm the God of your father, Avram, and the God of Yitzchak. That was in the schus of his fathers. And then when he was on his way back, in the end of Parshas Vayetze, Kosh Baruch Hu told him, where is it? Find the pasuk here. Parshas Vayishlach. It doesn't say it's over here. Rashi mentioned it before with the thing. No, Rashi mentioned this before, yeah. It says that Kosh Baruch Hu told him, go back to the land of Israel. Go back there, and the Kosh Baruch Hu said, I'm going to Hashem nodatali lo shom neder. Right? You made a neder there, and Kosh Baruch Hu then says, if you keep your neder, then I'm going to reciprocate and do good for you. So this is what he's referring to. It was, I gave a promise to you in the schus of your fathers, I'll be good to you, and also in the schus in your own right. Okay, let's see the next Rashi. Samtir zarcha k'chol hayom.
Okay, the Heichan Amar Lo Cain.
Where did Hashem tell him this? That he's going to have descendants like the sand of the sea.
The halo lo Amar Lo Ela.
Ela.
Ela. Okay.
V'hayo zaracha.
Afar haaretz. Oh, your descendants will be like the dust of the earth. Huh. Okay. Ela Amar Lo Kilo Ezavcha Ad Asher Im Asiti Eight Asher Dibarti Lach Ula Avraham
I will not
Amar.
forsake you until I have carried out that which I spoke lach about you, regarding you.
Okay.
Ula Avram Amar,
Okay.
to Avram he said,
V'harba arbe et zarcha k'chokvei hashamayim v'kachol asher al sfat hayam.
so Avram he promised that his descendants are going to be like the stars of the heaven and like the sand which is on the seashore. Okay, so there, and that was in reference to Yaakov, because Yaakov was the line of descent from Avram, which was going to receive this blessing. It's interesting. I can't remember. And I'll be able for tomorrow. I will try and look it up. And, the Slonim Rebbe has a beautiful pshat over here. Ramai said the Jewish people, the forefathers were promised that Jewish people, their descendants are going to be compared to three things: the stars of the heaven, the sand upon the seashore, and the dust of the earth. So all three are representative of three. They're obviously the three. Each one of them is actually like representative of a phenomenal number, but each one is representative of a different aspect of the state, the way Jewish people are going to be in the future. Each one is representative of a tremendous number. That goes without saying. But each one represents a different aspect of the Jewish people. I'll look it up tomorrow. Okay, I think we'll hold it here. Okay?
Thank you, Rabbi.
We got up to Pasuk Yud Dalet. Very good. Okay? Fine, have a great day.
Bye-bye.